Hi everybody, I'm Jeff with Virginia Paranormal Investigations, and tonight, in lieu of the Christmas season, we're here at Dunkin' Donuts in Williamsburg, Virginia, and we're going to go in there and we're going to try out some of their holiday spiced coffee, maybe some of their holiday donuts, and we're going to give you some reviews on it. Now, this Dunkin' Donuts is the perfect place to stop if you're ghost hunting in Williamsburg. This place is open 24/7, and they always have great coffee. So let's go in and let's see what we can find. So what do you have there?
I have a maple frosted donut and a warm steaming cup of coffee. And their coffee is really, really good here. Excellent, as a matter of fact. They put just enough cream and sugar in there, but without going overboard. And let's see what this maple frosted donut tastes like. That's very good.
Now, what kind of coffee is that you got there?
I have the caramel coffee. Not exactly Christmassy, but it's my favorite.
It's not a seasonal blend.
No, I believe that's something you can get year-round.
Oh, okay. Well, I too have coffee, and I have the Peppermint Mocha. Let's take a sip of this here. I've had the sugar cookie coffee previously, which is slightly amazing. It tastes like sugar cookies. Strangely enough, this one tastes like peppermint. Not too much peppermint, just a hint, just enough to give it some flavor and let you know that you're drinking some Christmas right now. Now, I got a Christmas donut. I don't know exactly what the name of this donut is, but as you can see, it's Christmas colors. That's a good donut. I gotta say, I'm also surprised at the freshness of this donut, being that it's like 2:30 in the morning right now. It's very fresh. But on to some other things, you know. Christmas is upon us. Let's take this time to talk about some of our favorite Christmas traditions. What's one Christmas tradition that, you know, you've always stuck to, or you've always felt near and dear to your heart?
Well, one of the things that we've always done in my family is make pumpkin bread. And it's not exactly a bread. It's actually more like a cake, but you bake it in a loaf pan, and it's excellent. It's one of those things it's nice and moist. There's nothing better than a slice of pumpkin bread that you put in the microwave for a few seconds, warm it up, put some butter on top of there. Oh, it's like the best thing in the world. And that really, really makes me feel like it's Christmas time.
One tradition we've always had is we've always gotten a tree and brought it into our house. Now, I don't know if this is like common with a lot of people, but we'll go out and they'll sell them at little tree farms, or you can go cut one down. We don't really cut one down because it takes, you know, it's something you got to do, and I don't, you know, we just go buy it and put it in the back of the car and bring it home. We'd actually put it in our house for Christmas. And that's a tradition that I've always held near and dear to my heart. You know, I've always enjoyed it. Never felt like Christmas without that tree in our house.
Now, as some of you might already know, December 25th is actually the winter solstice. It is supposedly the longest night of the year. And according to legend, there supposedly is a veil between the spirit world and this world. And on that day is supposedly when the veil is actually the thinnest. So spirits can pass through the veil to this side and be able to walk around here easier than they can on any other night, which is quite interesting.
Now, I like how you brought up the paranormal, because one tradition that has long been associated with Christmas, and many may not think of it as a Christmas tradition, is telling ghost stories on Christmas Eve. And being that we are here in Williamsburg, one of Virginia's colonial and very haunted cities, it's a perfect place for ghost stories. And we've done several videos in Williamsburg and talked about some of the ghosts down here, but one of the places that's down here that we haven't really talked much about is the Fort Magruder Hotel. And this hotel was very close to the redoubts that were comprised of the defense during the Battle of Williamsburg back in, was it 1861? And the people that stay in this hotel have seen some strange things. They've seen Confederate soldiers in their rooms. There are some artifacts that are in this hotel from the Civil War that are on display in there. And if you stay there, if you're a guest there, you can go in and see these artifacts. And who knows, maybe these artifacts are part of what's drawing these spirits there. Maybe they're attached to these objects. What's some of the reports you've heard about the Fort Magruder Hotel?
Well, as you said, there have been Confederate soldiers that are seen there. One woman had woken up in the middle of the night because she felt movement on her bed, and she looked over and there was a red-headed Confederate soldier sitting on the edge of her bed. Supposedly this red-headed Confederate has been seen around the hotel on numerous occasions. Another story that is told is just of the simple things that people see and experience, like the hotel employees will often find things moved. Supposedly they found shattered glass that had no reason for being there at one time. There's all kinds of odd occurrences like that. Voices, footsteps, things of that nature, normal paranormal kind of activity that you would find there. So there's definitely something going on there, and it seems to be related to the Civil War in some way, shape, or form. So it's very possible that these artifacts and the presence of these artifacts within the hotel is what is keeping the spirits there.
This is awesome. And to think that, we've come down to Williamsburg so many times, almost safe to say on a weekly basis. Not on a weekly basis, maybe a monthly basis, but so many times, and investigated so many of the places down here, we've never gone to this Fort Magruder Hotel. Now, this place is right down the street. I say we run over there real quick, and let's take a look around. Let's see if we can pick anything up. You in?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Now I gotta say, you may not really think of this, but this hotel is kind of the ultimate paranormal pit stop. Now, we don't often refer to paranormal pit stops as places where you would stay long term, like overnight, more so just to stop, use the bathroom, get a drink, whatnot. But say you're investigating down in Williamsburg and you find yourself too tired to drive home. You might need to stay the night. This would be the perfect place for a ghost hunter, a haunted hotel. Let's get out and check it out. Now, unfortunately, we can't go inside the hotel because VAPI is not going to fund that kind of thing because we don't have any money. But we're going to wander around the parking lot with the trusty ghost meter and recorder. We're going to set up for an EVP session and see if we can pick anything up.
This digital voice recorder is going. We're going to set it right there. Okay. We'd like to know if there's anyone here with us right now.
Can you tell us your name?
Were you in the Civil War?
Did you fight for the North or the South?
Are you here because of an artifact, or perhaps the cannon that's here? Can you tell us what your name was?
I have this device in my hand. If you come near it, it might let us know that you're here.
Did you fight in one of the readouts that is located nearby? We walked around in the parking lot a little bit. We carried the EMF detector with us and the digital voice recorder, and of course we did the EVP session. So I'm kind of curious to get back and put the audio through the computer and see exactly what we might have found. And hopefully we can find something, maybe even the voice of one of the Confederate soldiers that's left there.
I gotta say, I was really impressed with Fort Magruder Hotel. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be nearly as big as it was. They had a really nice setting in the front. They had a cannon set out there with some spotlights on it, and it was really cool. I would have liked to have gone inside and been able to investigate inside, but as I stated earlier, the funding for that probably isn't going to happen anytime soon. But we did get to wander around the parking lot, and I'm not sure how that might have appeared to some of the guests that may have seen us out there walking around with EMF detectors and recorders, but nonetheless, I'm looking forward to seeing if we picked anything up. So we're back here at the Dunkin' Donuts, where once again, they have great coffee, great donuts, and I definitely recommend stopping in here if you are in Williamsburg. Until next time, everybody, Merry Christmas.
So one of the things here that we've got on the coffee cups, Dunkin' Donuts has changed the colors on their logo to this beautiful red and green in honor of Christmas. And we've also got on the other side this little graphic that somebody came up with that says joy.